Hello.
Sir,
Sir. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
ಅಮ್ಮ ಬಾಯ್
Hello.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ
Good morning,
Hello.
sir.
ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರದು ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು?
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Plus, we discussed about the fixed bias configuration. The fixed bias is configuration. You can use. There are fixed bias configuration also. There are 3 terminals. First one is of collector, emitter, as well as base. Okay. In this terminal, always you can consider as output is for a collector terminal, input is for base terminal. The emitter will be always connected for the fixed bias circuit diagram. And last class also I given the some PU problems. I will given one example. It is homework. I will ask you what is the result. You will get the that problem. Those are solid. Those are see here. In the last class, we discussed the fixed bias. In this analog and digital electronics, if you have any doubts, you can send a message in personal video, or else I will share the notes also. And don't get confused for this subject. And last class we discussed about the what do you mean by analog, what do you mean by digital, what is the application of analog, how to convert the analog signal to the digital form, how to convert to the digital to analog form, which application where they are using the application of analog and digital electronics. Here some why it is required for the timing in analog and digital electronics concepts, because whenever you wanted to execute or run or whatever you can do with the help of electronics communication, timing is very important. Within the certain of time you have to execute, or you have to transfer the data, or you have to convert from one form of energy into the another form. Last we discussed and also explain the digital number system. In the digital number system I explain only for decimal and binary numbers, and also how it is performed to the decimal and binary numbers, how to count the decimal number and binary number. I think also you all studied in the first year basic electronics also. After that I explained to the how to transfer the data from serially and parallelly. While transferring the data from one place to another place in the series, how to transmit it data in within the certain of time, and parallel also how to transmit a data per unit or per bit of data. And also explain the memory, why it is required for the memory, because after processing the information you have to store particular information in the memory. After storing you have to fetch that memory, and you have to how to perform, you can perform the with the help of memory. I explain all the computers now, and I explained to the semiconductor diode also. In the semiconductor diode there are 3 classification: photodiode, light emitting diode, and photocouplers. These 3 are very important for the external examination. Anyone they will ask for the external examination for 5 marks and 7 marks. You have to explain with the working principle and basic diagram, and also I explain the where the application they are using to the photodiode, activity diode, and optocoupler. And last class we discussed about the bipolar junction transistor. In the bipolar junction transistor there are 3 classification. First one is for base bias or fixed bias, second one is for collector to base bias, and third one is for voltage divider bias. Just I will tell you the definition of types of biasing. Base bias or fixed bias. It is a base bias or fixed bias. It is defined as there are 3 terminals, transistor symbol of 3 terminals, collector, base, and emitter. Collector is always connected to the output terminal, base is always connected to the input terminal, emitter is not connected to the any input, and any output that will be always connected to the ground. Okay, in the collector to base bias, also there are 3 terminals: collector, base, and emitter. Here emitter terminal is connected to one more resistor, that is nothing but they are added to the transistor symbol of beta plus 1. That is the only small changes to the collector to base bias. Next, you can see the voltage divider bias. In the voltage divider bias, you can use the here also. There are three terminals: collector, base, and emitter. But here you can apply the Thevenin equivalent theorem. I will tell you how to apply the Thevenin equivalent theorem. And last class, I explained the basic operation of the fixed bias circuit diagram. This is the circuit diagram of fixed or base bias, and DC equivalent circuit diagram is different. I will show in the class also for online, and solve the for the B. RC is connected to the collector is always connected to the output, and base is connected to the input. You can apply the voltage through a VCC or VEE equal to 12 volts. Sometime in external examination, if they are not given to the voltage of data, that you have to assume either 12 volt, either 5 volt. For base fixed bias or base bias, always you can consider the output voltage. The VCC is minimum is 5 volts, maximum is 50 volts. In between, you can consider any voltage for the if they are not given the data for external examination. Here, base bias and fixed bias circuit diagram shown in the above figure. Collector terminal is always connected to the output, base terminal is always connected to the input voltages. Here, where reverse bias VB is equal to 0.7, this is for forward bias VC is equal to 0.3. If they are not given to the any data for external VBE and VCE, you have to assume reverse bias of base to emitter voltage is equal to 0.7 volts, and forward bias of collector to emit voltage is equal to 0.3. Now you can apply the KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. What do you mean by Kirchhoff's voltage law? KVL. The KVL, it is defined as all the sum of algebraical equation is equal to 0 is called as Kirchhoff's voltage law, KVL. Here you can apply the KVL for the input terminal base. Here base is for VBE. Now you can apply VCC minus IB into RB minus VB is equal to 0. Take outside for the base current of input voltage equal to VCC minus VBE divided by RB. Now you can collect the write the collector current is equal to how many transistor we are using to the bipolar junction transistor is 1. Only it is connected to the input as well as output. Just you have to write IB is equal to IC is equal to output current is equal to transistor of beta IB is nothing but input base current. Now in the same circuit diagram, you can apply the KVL for the output, which is output here collector. Now you can apply the VCC minus IC into RC minus VC is equal to 0. What is the output? My forward bias collector to emitter voltage is equal to VCC minus IC into RC. This is the output equation. From the equation, if I wanted to calculate the forward bias of collector to emitter voltage is equal to where it is connected. It is connected to the collector of voltage. Also, it is connected to the emitter of voltage. If I wanted to calculate the reverse bias, base to emitter is also is connected to the VB, also is connected to the VE, where this VE emitter voltage is connected to the ground. You can assume VE is equal to 0. When it is VE is equal to 0, just this VE is equal to 0, you can apply the this equation VCE and VBE. Will get the VC is equal to VC, VB is equal to VB. This is for fixed bias configuration or base bias configuration. Next one, you will go to the second one is for collector to base bias. In the collector to base bias is also there are three terminal: collector, base, and emitter. Collector, base, and emitter. Here, see here, where it is input is, you can take the VB, output is collector current, RE is also given. Here, this also, we can apply for the KVL for emitter terminal. This terminal is connected to the extra for the base of BJT transistor symbol. Then we can calculate the output is equal to input. My output input is equal to output, or output is equal to input. My input is IB, my output is IC. Why I have to calculate? My input is equal to IB is equal to what is the transistor of beta? This you can take it as transistor of BJT is beta is connected to the one extra terminal of the emitter resistance. You can write it as beta plus 1 into IC, or you can write it as the IC is equal to beta plus 1 into IB. Now we can apply the KVL for input terminal. Same thing how you apply the fixed bias also. You can apply the same thing for VCE. Here you can apply VCC minus VCC minus IB into RB minus VBE minus I into RE is equal to 0. Then you can see here I have written here, when the current through is RC is a not IC, but IC is equal to IC plus IB. This expression you can see here. While applying the inputs terminal, we can take this VCC minus IB into RB minus VBE minus, you can write as I into RE is equal to 0 is connected to the beta. Now we can write as IB is equal to VCC minus VBE divided by RB plus beta into RC plus RE, where the collector current is equal to beta into IB, or you can write as IC is equal to beta plus 1 into IB. Same thing you can apply the KVL for output terminal is for the collector. This also you can take. You can apply the KVL, same thing. See here, VCC minus IC into RC minus VCE minus I into RE is equal to 0. Take outside for the VCE is equal to VCC minus IC into RC plus RE. This is the output. This for the collector to base bias currents. Next is third one is for voltage divider bias circuit diagram. Here voltage divider bias circuit diagram. Here also they are connected to the collector, base, and emitter. And base terminal they are used for the two resistor R1 and R2. These two are seriously they are connected. See here, let us consider I1 and I2. This is R1 and R2. Current of I1 and I2 through a R1 and R2. For this circuit supply KVL, I1 is equal to IB plus I2. Then current IB is much smaller than the I2. When it is much smaller than I2, I1 is equal to I2. Now we can apply the voltage across between to the R2, which is actually the base voltage, can be determined using to the voltage determining to the voltage divider rule, or you can apply the Thevenin equivalent theorem. VB is equal to R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. That is nothing but these two are connected in the series. You can apply, after that you can apply the same thing what you apply for the fixed bias or collector base bias circuit diagram. Here you can apply the input as well as output terminal. These are the three classification of the bipolar junction transistor. In the external also they will ask for one question from the any derivation, and question one is another question they will ask for the problem, how to calculate the base current, how to calculate the collector current, how to calculate the base to emitter voltage, how to calculate the collector to emitter voltage. These are the simple problem I will solve in the classes also, but don't get confused. This concept is very easy. Yes. Next, we'll see this while applying the same circuit diagram. What I told you, you can apply the IE terminal, you can apply the VCE output terminal, then you will get the equation for the collect voltage divider base bias. Next, we'll go to the introduction to the operational amplifier. Last class you discussed about last year semester you have studied for the operational amplifier. Now you can take the what do you mean by operational amplifier? Types of operational amplifier. We'll see the one by one. Now you can see this here. See here, first we'll go to the parameters, introduction to the operational amplifier. Just will differentiate ideal versus practical operational amplifier. This op amp, if you are using in the practical or if you are using to the ideal, we'll see the difference one by one. These are the parameter. These are the ideal op amp. This is for the practical operational amplifier. In the practical operational amplifier, they are using to the LM741 IC, that it indicates when you are using to the LM741 integrated IC, it is for operational parameter. For parameter bandwidth, the ideal op amp is infinite. There is no restriction for the see here, bandwidth is infinite. You can see this, and practical operational amplifier is 1 megahertz frequencies. In the same thing, you can go for the parameter of slew rates. That is also ideal op amp is infinite. The practical op amp is 0.5 volts. And the next is you can take the open loop gain. That is also infinite. Here you can take the 2 lakhs for the practical operational amplifier. Next, you can take the common mode rejection ratio CMRR. That is also ideal op amp is infinite. That is practical op amp is 90 dB. Now you can take the power supply rejection ratio. The power supply rejection ratio ideal operational amplifier is 0, and practical operational amplifier you can take the 120 dB for positive supply, 110 dB for negative supply. Next, you can go for the input impedance infinite 2 mega ohm, and output impedance also 0, 70 ohm for the practical. Offset and offset drift is 0, 1 millivolts to 20 nanoamps. And this is the basic symbol of operational amplifier IC. Pin number 1 is it will not connected anywhere. Pin number 2 is inverting op amp. Pin number 3 is non-inverting. 4 is for positive VE, and 8 is not connected. 7 is VCC. 6 is output, and 5 is offset. This is a basic symbol of operational amplifier. This is the symbol is 8-pin IC. Now we'll see the how it is from the operational amplifier application circuit. See here, first one will go to the peak detector circuit. This is the basic circuit of peak detector. VI is input supply voltage. Vout is output supply voltage. See here, input and output supply voltages. You can see this here. A1 is for the, this is also 1 op amp. This is also another amp amp. First one is R1 is connected to the positive, negative is connected to the feedback. Here also there is the diode and capacitor, resistor. We'll see the how it is performed to the operation for the peak detector circuit. Here you can see during the positive half of the cycle, when the input voltage is positive, the diode is conducting on. See here, when you are applying the positive voltage for VI, R1 is half of the generate. This is a CR. Half of this positive voltage, pinch off voltage is half of this. When you apply the positive voltage for the input voltage for VI, then diode is turned on. When that is negative up supply voltage, if you are applying, that is nothing but no current. D1 is off terminal. That is nothing but capacitor. When it is diode is turn on, capacitor will be charging. When it is diode is turn off, capacitor is discharging. See here. During the positive half of the cycle, when the input voltage is positive, the diode is conducting on, capacitor will be charges to the peak of the input voltage. Second, when the input voltage is negative, during the negative half cycle, the diode is non-conducting. The thing is non-conducting is nothing but off state, and the capacitor discharge through the load resistor. Here, what is the load resistor we are used? This is my load resistor. It will apply the equal to the peak detector. This is a discharge to the load resistor. Next is, as long as the discharging the time constant much greater than the period of the input signal. When the output voltage is approximately equal to the peak value of the input voltage, then you can achieve the making discharging time constant. RC resistor as well as the capacitor will be constant. When the RC can be made larger than the period of the input voltage, it will greater than or equal to 10 times. That is nothing, T is time cycle. You will get the almost perfect peak detection of low level signal. When it is, you will get the low level signal if the peak detected signal has to drive a small load to avoid the loading effect by connecting the voltage follower, that is isolate the small load resistor from the peak detector. This will be prevent the resistor from the discharging. Capacitor will be very quick. Now see the next we'll see the comparator and comparator zero references. Here, hello.